I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Today I'm going to talk about tools. Do tools make the man, or does man make the tools? And should we sometimes just stop a little short of the tool that we're trying to make? I'll let you decide. The tops framing tool. An example of one size fits all. Over the years, I've run across a lot of tools that try and do everything all at once. This one has some interesting features, and I'm sure to the right person it would be extremely useful. The idea is that you can set the rafters by setting the angle. You loosen this screw up, and there's different principal pitches. And I suppose if I did a great study of this, I would find all the wonderful uses of it, but I just thought it was kind of a cool thing and put it on the shelf. Not just one thing that does one size fits all. The auto wrench. This is made by Barkalow out of Buffalo, and it's drop forged. It's designed to be able to adjust for all different sized bolts. Once you get it out, once you get it adjusted out all the way, the bolts that it'll span across, the jaws are too shallow to grab a hold of anything. So it's one size fits all, but not very well. When I was a kid, my brother gave me one of these. I loved it. It was the neatest thing. Totally useless for most processes though, because the saw blade's too small, the shears are not very sharp, the main blade is awkward. With the handle being that size, you can't really hold anything very well. It's a cool piece, but what are you going to do with it? Crescent wrench. Very similar to the auto wrench, but it does get rid of a few shortcomings. For one thing, it's only adjustable within a limited range. In the trades, they call that a nut rounder. Most people put it onto the nut kind of close. Then the jaw wobbles back and forth enough that it opens up and spreads. So when you put any great amount of torque on a bolt, nut, or screw, it rounds off the corners of the hex head. Then we came into this all-out crazy phase of one size fits all. And I don't know if Leatherman was the first, but they're one of the best known. This one isn't a Leatherman, it's a knockoff. But you can see this does everything, but it does it all badly. Very similar to this one. This one's a little smaller, fits in your pocket a little easier. So, over the years, man has tried to make something that does everything. Continuously, repeatedly tried to make something that does everything. Mostly what happens is they make something that does everything badly and nothing well. My first exposure to a Workmate was one that my dad had. Dad was a gadget kind of guy. He liked tools that would do everything all at once. And if he saw one, he wanted it. And in his later years, he had enough money, he'd just go ahead and buy it. This is one of the cheaper ones. The heavy cast aluminum framed ones, they actually work pretty good. This one is kind of okay. It has the standard adjustable jaws and the top clamping vise and the stops on it. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles. It doesn't have the little foot pedals and resting spots and places for tools to hook into it a whole lot. Tools have evolved to the point where now we're trying to make anything do everything. And I think this is the pinnacle of the process. This is the Workmate shop box. It has a tray to put all your tools in. It has a deep well box that you can fill with hammers and pliers and screwdrivers and half 100 other Leatherman tools so that you're ready for anything. It's got a place where you can put screws and washers and bolts so that when you go out on the job, you've got everything right there with you. Even has the clamp on the top. Pretty cool, huh?